Hi everyone, Nick Farrow here. Welcome to English Discovery. The lesson today is from the Power Course, Negative Sentences, Yes/No questions and WH questions. We are focusing on negative sentences, but not the negative comments like "you're a jackass." No. We're going to look at how to make sentences with negative grammar forms. In some cases, this is very simple, but sometimes it can get quite confusing. This lesson is in 2 parts. Let's start with the easy part. Maybe you will need some time to check a word or find the meaning to something. At those times, please pause the video. No problem. To start, let's look at the verb be. I am, you are, it is, etc. and compare it with general verbs such as cook, go, think, and like. When we make negative sentences, these two become very different. Next, we have helping verbs. There are 2 types, but they are very similar. These help to change the meaning of the main verbs. Okay, let's check one more thing. Be sure you understand these expressions before we start the lesson. Pause if you need to check them. Okay, let's move on. The most common way to make a negative meaning in English uses the word not. Let's look at some examples. Here, the simple sentences are on the left, and the negative sentences are appearing on the right. Okay. Now, if we want to make a rule about where to put the word not in a sentence, what could that rule be? Pause the video if you want some time to think about it. If you look carefully, you see that the word not appears in every case after the first verb. That's the simple rule. The first 3 sentences are be-type verb sentences, and not comes after the verb to be. The other sentences all use helping verbs, can, will, have. The not always comes after the first helping verb. Okay, let's look at the easier ones. The verb be, here are a few examples of be verb negative sentences. Is the pattern okay? Let's quickly do an exercise to see if you get everything right. Please change these to negative sentences. Remember, not comes after the be verb in every case. Pause the video before I give the answers. And when I read the answers, please speak them too. It will help you remember. Even in a small voice is okay. Okay, here we go. Please read with me. I am not tired. I was not very good at school. They are not my classmates. We are not ready. Kathy and Ben were not in love. Jack's friends are not at the station. And in the natural speaking style, I'm not tired. I wasn't very good at school. They're not my classmates. We aren't ready. Kathy and Ben weren't in love. Jack's friends aren't at the station. Be a little careful with the third and fourth sentences because there are two styles. I said, they are not my classmates, but you could also say, they aren't my classmates. It's the same meaning, just a different style. And the same for the next one. We're not ready is exactly the same in meaning. You should choose which style you find easier when you're speaking. Now let's look at some helping verbs in action. Here are some negative sentences using helping verbs. They all follow the same rule. Not comes after the first verb. Be careful here. The verb be is in fact the helping verb be. It's helping the main verbs going and waiting. And it adds a particular meaning to the sentences. And now an exercise with helping verbs. This time, please put not after the helping verb to make all the sentences negative. Pause the video until you're ready. Okay, here are the answers. Read them with me. I am not meeting George after school. They are not working hard. I cannot swim 100 meters in 1 minute. We would not like to be rich. You must not finish before 12. My brother will not be ready soon. And the same sentences in natural forms in conversation. I'm not meeting George after school. They aren't working hard. I can't swim 100 meters in 1 minute. We wouldn't like to be rich. You mustn't finish before 12. My brother won't be ready soon. Okay, now let's practice with both types of sentence mixed together. When you're ready, here are the answers. Read together with me, please. I am not happy. I was not happy. I am not studying. I cannot swim. Jim was not late. They will not go to school. I could not buy my lunch. I am not using my cell phone. The teacher is not sleeping in class. I will not wait for you. And in natural spoken English, I'm not happy. I wasn't happy. I'm not studying. I can't swim. Jim wasn't late. They won't go to school. I couldn't buy my lunch. I'm not using my cell phone. The teacher isn't sleeping in class. I won't wait for you. Okay, one final exercise. All these sentences have mistakes. We need to correct the mistakes. Pause the video until you're ready. And the best answers are: I'm not Chinese. I can't swim. I'm not sleeping in class. I can't speak English. My father isn't a doctor. Tomorrow I won't go to school. I wasn't busy yesterday. They weren't happy yesterday. That's all for this part of the lesson. In part 2, you will challenge some more difficult points, but if you look for the patterns we just studied, things will become clear. Thanks for studying with me with English Discovery. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. And now you can move on to part 2 and all the videos in this series. See you next time.